Disneyland is where dreams come true. But for one family, their plane tickets have disappeared, along with the $22,000 they paid for them. They say Qantas is to blame.
We've paid for it, so we should have what we've paid for.
They've made no effort to try and resolve it. They've been quite arrogant, actually.
Our flying kangaroo, or our arrogant airline that's lost our trust and this family's money.
You keep hearing these stories, and when you experience it yourself, it really hits home how appalling their PR and management of their clients is.
I just don't understand how there's no trace of that money. Like, where has it gone?
How can $22,500 vanish?
So I wonder what the rate of interest on $22,000 is.
5 tickets to Disneyland gone, and it appears Qantas can't explain it. Where is the money?
From our perspective, it's gone.
Catherine Devine is a Melbourne mum. Her parents, Mary and Ron Carl, decided one of their last big overseas trips should be with their grandkids and in the happiest place on earth.
Oh, Disneyland.
Definitely going.
When I was 8, my dad and grandfather took me and my 4 cousins, which was an amazing experience.
It's a memory Catherine now wants to make with her own family. But despite being just a month out from takeoff, the Disney dream has come crashing down.
Now they're telling us that they haven't received the payment.
Not only does this family have no idea where their money's gone, they have beds booked in hotel rooms, but no seats on a plane. And they say an airline doing just about squat to help them get there.
They've resold the seats, and they really don't care what happens to us.
Catherine booked the flights and 5 seats in premium economy on May 20 and paid more than $22,000 via BPay.
Once we paid it, we received an email saying, here's your booking reference. This will not be ticketed until you add each of the passports in.
All they had to do was renew a couple of passports for the seats to then be ticketed. In May, they had a booking with Qantas. In July, they still had a booking with Qantas. But in September, after submitting their passport details, their booking with Qantas had disappeared.
The reason why the flight was cancelled, it is only because we haven't received the payment.
The National Australia Bank is investigating for the family, but it's little comfort when you've promised a 7-year-old a trip to Super Mario World.
Yeah, they're super excited. They'd be devastated if we couldn't go.
What's been even more frustrating for the family is the poor customer service they say they've received from Qantas. Lots of waiting on the phone, waiting 24 to 48 hours for an answer, then waiting another 24 to 48 hours, but getting nowhere.
They literally said the only way you can hold the flights is to pay again, and I'm not sure of most people who can afford to do that.
Co-founder of Australian Traveller, Quentin Long.
I've never heard of someone receiving a confirmation email and then being told their booking doesn't exist and they have to rebook and repay. That is unheard of.
The bank said to me that really BPay is the most reliable machine to transfer funds. So what do you do in this day and age if you can't use a BPay?
Quentin says use a credit card.
Because you have that second recourse, which is go to the credit card provider and say, I have not been given the goods that I had purchased. And that way they'll be able to reimburse you and follow the money.
In a fairy tale ending, the family will now be flying with Qantas all the way to Disneyland. After we contacted Qantas, 5 tickets were found. The airline told us,
"We have sincerely apologised to the Devine family and have confirmed their flights at the fare paid when they made their initial booking."
According to the national carrier, the family's booking lapsed between the time of booking and receiving the passport security information. The booking was not able to be ticketed before those details were provided. But all that's changed. As a result of this debacle, Qantas has overhauled its ticketing system. confirming to A Current Affair late today that all security details must be entered at the time of booking.
That should not be so hard to resolve. It should not take this long.
I'm proud that we have an Australian airline, but I'm appalled at the performance.